Hey guys, welcome back to Parenting 101. So today's topic is going to be on tantrums. Every kid goes through them. And, sometimes it can be in a store. Sometimes it can be at a family gathering. It can be anywhere. And it's definitely one of those hard times you have to go through as a parent. And you just got to put your foot down sometimes and tell them, stop. Parenting is hard. It's not going to be easy. There's good days, bad days. We all go through the same struggles. Welcome to Parenting 101. No, I'm just playing. Well, you do. You do have to do that. But it's not that easy. It's not a cakewalk like everyone without kids probably thinks. Oh, why is their kid acting out? Why can't they control them? All those little things they say. But it's not as easy as you think. And sometimes it just takes patience to get them to understand and calm down. Like, I've had my times with tantrums, especially in stores when your kid wants that toy or whatever, or they want another toy and you got to tell them no. But everyone goes through that. For me, that happens in the store. I'm not embarrassed by it. It happens. I know it happens to other people. I just tell them, hey, crying and screaming and yelling is not going to get you what you want anyways. So why do it? We can talk about it, figure it out. That's my best strategy for getting through things. Talking to them. If that doesn't work and they still want to scream and yell, I tell them, all you're doing is making yourself look crazy. These people are looking at you like you're crazy. But there's other ways around it too. Sometimes you got to go to the car, take a little break, then go back in. But the biggest thing I can say though is, please don't just keep giving in to them, because when you keep giving in to them, they're just going to keep doing it because they think, oh, this must be the way to get what I want. That's never the case. It's never a good thing to do. You don't want to keep doing that, because when there's a time when you really, really can't do it, what are you going to do? They're going to be screaming and crying and doing it again. You might as well start them early and get them to understand that that's not going to happen. It's just not. So, for me, like I said, I usually talk to them like I am now. It's not going to work. You can scream and cry all you want, but it's not happening. After a little bit, they calm down and they understand. Depending on the age, though, that's the real key here. If they're young, like 2 or whatever, sometimes they may not understand why. They may keep on going with that cry for a long time. And those are the times when, like I said, normally I just bring them outside, calm them down for a minute, and then proceed with what I need to do. That's how I do it. Now, leave in the comment what other advice or opinions or things you do to help when it comes to tantrum situations, because everyone's different. Everyone parents different. That's why I'm very open, and this is like a controversial, topic. So I'm expecting someone to say something about it and have their own opinions on it, because it happens. This is parenting for you. But every kid's different. My youngest, I'd say, he was more of the one I'd have to bring to the car type. Whereas my oldest, I could talk to him and he could understand, okay, this is what I can't be doing type thing. And Jalen, he adapted quite quickly, I think. Because in our house, he was the first really grandkid, like young one. Like all my siblings and me were all older. My youngest sibling is 16. So he never really had like the young kid until his brother came, which he's 2 years younger. And that's when he really had someone to, another little guy around. And my youngest is just, he's spoiled. He's wild, spoiled. And that's why I know, make it quick. You don't want to keep them going on that same type thing where they think, oh, if I cry and scream in the store, I'm going to get what I want. No. You can cry and scream all you want. You're not getting what you want if you're not getting what you want. That's just how I am, though. But for me, I know. Like, I did research, I looked on this, and everyone, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to go about tantrums. And everyone, has their own type of way of doing it. That's why I can't really say my way is the right way, but I'm just giving you what I do in case, you do something different. Maybe my way might work. That's why if you leave a comment, then I'll know another way to do things. And maybe I'll try it and see if it works or helps. But yeah, every kid goes through it, so you're not alone. If you feel like you're out there and struggling, why is it just me? No, it's definitely not just you. We all have those times. Trust me, we all have those times. Especially when having two young boys 2 years apart. That for me is hectic enough, And if they're both on a tantrum time, boy. Oh, what'd you say? What is it?
My plate.
Oh, just put it on the cupboard.
What cupboard?
Out there, and I'll bring it upstairs.
Okay, but what cupboard?
The little, just next to your bed.
Okay.
As I was saying, they all go through those situations. It's nothing new. It's not, there's no way you're the first one out of all these decades and years that's gone through and felt this way. But that's why I'm here, out here speaking my own truth about it. Now, the sticky part, discipline. Depending on the age, I'll say, is when you have to start implementing some type of gradual discipline, I'd say. Like at 2, 3, you're going to probably put them on a little timeout or something like that to get them to understand that tantrums and things like that is not good. So they'll hopefully get the idea, if I do this or act this way, then I have to go on a timeout, a breather. That's what I call it. And then as they get a little bit older and start to, have their things they like, video games, a certain toy or things like that, I will tell them, now you're not going to be able to play with that for a little while until you learn how to stop or act right when it comes to screaming, crying, kicking on the floor, that type of attitude or way, saying you're not going to listen. It goes on and on. There's different things kids say. But I'll usually just say, okay, if you want to act like that, then we're not going to be able to play with our toys today. Or we're not going to be able to do this for a little while. Depending on what it is. Like if they're just getting crazy, kicking and screaming, I can 9 times out of 10 make them go take a little breather in their room until they calm down. But if they're, let's say, because I have 2 boys, they're fighting and one of them try and throw something at the other or do something crazy like that, that's usually when I'll say, hey, we're going to have to take the toys away because you're getting a little too crazy. Could have hurt him. Now, what if your brother would have been hurt? And that's when we'll usually go through a little lecture now. Because you don't only get the little to go in the room or take the toy away or whatever. You got to have a lecture with it so they understand why they're in trouble or why they can't do what they did or act the way they acted. So for me, my boys know when they're in trouble and it's breather time or toy time taken away, we're going to have a lecture about it. We're going to talk about it. Why are you acting this way? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to establish? Because maybe there's something that they're not saying why they're acting the way they're acting. There could be a reason. I don't know. So for me, it just makes sense to talk about it. To express why you're doing what you're doing in a sense. Unless it has to do with, like I said, in the store situation. Because I'm there in the store. So I understand why you're doing what you're doing, but you're still not going to get what you want doing that. That's what I'm talking about. But at home situations where, like I said, maybe they're fighting over a certain toy or not happy that one's beating them and the other isn't beating them in the game or stuff like that, that's when I'll do the lecture time. But again, you might do stuff differently in your home. Everyone's different. But for me, it seems to work because it's not as bad. Like they don't fight and get crazy all the time or nothing like that. But it's not as much, so it must be working. That's what I'll say. But please, comment below, check out the next video, tell me what you think about this one, or what I can change, or what you think maybe I'm doing wrong. I don't know. But give me your own opinion on it. If you have something you want to add to it, you never know. Or maybe there's a question you want to say. Just put it down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again, and click that next video. It's a really good one.